Okay, so welcome to Tuesday morning meditation. We are hopeful of rain on the way in the next few days to add to some rain we had recently, which was the most welcome. And we noticed that even though we're moving into the colder months, there's still a bit of growth happening. So we, are grateful for anything that comes that enhances the lives that we share this part of the earth with. So take a moment to realize that you are here. Help your body to realize that you are here and that you are putting aside this time to find a degree of peace, to find a measure of inner well-being. So engage with that idea. Use your free will and whatever degree of mastery you have over your earthly vehicle to fully engage all that you are and all that you are a part of in this activity. Meditation is where true peace can be discovered. There are different kinds of respite that people find in other activities and in busying the mind elsewhere. Only the truest and deepest alignment and peacefulness comes from the truest and deepest personal engagement with all that you are. So do all that you can to be fully present and fully aware and be at peace with the lack of movement, with the lack of other sensory input. Find peace in the idea that you are attempting to fully engage with just you. This can be most difficult for many people. The reason that the vast majority of people in any location are not meditating and joining in with meditative opportunities is not because they are proficient, it's because they are uncomfortable spending time with all that they are as an individual. Only this is the path, this is the way. That we can explore and find our true nature. And slowly chip away at those hidden energies and thoughts and ideas that subconsciously disturb our peace. It is okay to feel emotions. Emotions tell us that there is something that we don't know about, something we haven't grasped either about the truth of existence or the truth of our own being. So we finally become the master of our emotions by uncovering the truth about existence and the truth about our own being. So we use our emotions to explore. And meditation is the most valuable tool within this exploration. So be alright with whatever comes up. And it is valuable to slow down the whirling mind. It is valuable to steady the emotions to the point where we can actually see patterns, register the reality of what's going on. If it is too much of a washing machine, we can't see what's in there. So we practice calming our emotions, not getting rid of them, taking the energy out of them to some degree, so that we may separate, like in washing the darks from the lights, so that we can see the different articles. So be fully present. Still the mind, calm the emotion. And physical tension should follow and start to dissipate as the physical body relaxes in response to the reduction of mental and emotional energy. And breathe. You are perfect as you are. You are a most amazing, enduring, and eternal life that is supported in the most amazing enduring, eternal way by any number of mechanisms put in place by the being within which you exist. This is a most amazing and incredible journey. Father, Mother, God, creator of all things, let us find a measure of feeling blessed that we are able to be here, that we have the wherewithal to choose to meditate so that we may understand more about ourselves, we may understand more about you, we may learn to better master our earth plane experience. We welcome those beings of the light from all the places, times, dimensions, and realms that gather, that come closer when we slow down our mental, emotional, and physical functions. These beings of the light that see an opportunity when we slow down, reduce the energy, the whirling energies of these emotions and mental patterns. As we reduce the energy in these things, our light is more visible, it's more accessible, and it attracts these higher beings who will encourage us to note that our body doesn't always respond in a happy and contented way with this approach by higher beings and by our own soul. Can react in an unusual way. So at times we are asked to make a secondary effort to relax, and be calm and to be still, and notice that our body's reaction is because it resists the higher dimensions. Its tendency is to resist. This is why it takes us many lifetimes and much effort to overcome this resistance. And finally, encourage our earthly vehicle to accept the reality of our spiritual heritage, our spiritual future, our spiritual reality. To contemplate our meditative theme, hang in there. This is an encouragement towards resilience, encouragement towards accepting the truth that our journey is not a fast shortcut to some kind of nirvana. Nirvana does await in a way further down the track. There is no shortcut. Anything that presents as a shortcut should be viewed with a degree of skepticism. The fruits of divine intent are hard fought, hard won, and they necessarily and sensibly require much effort and persistence on the part of the individual. So the simple idea of hanging in there is largely a good one. Only contemplate what you are hanging in there for. Some people hang in there in things like relationships or employment, where the value of the relationship or the employment is long past. So hanging in there can be used as a higher rationale for a state of fear, holding on to a state or a condition because the unknown of the future is more frightening. Hang in there in the context of that which you believe to be good. That which you perceive and sense as being good, that which you intuit as being good in terms of spiritual progression, your own personal evolution towards full soul expression. Hang in there with regard to your personal evolution towards divinity. It is often hard to see the value in situations, in conditions of self from the wider perspective. The harder that things become, the harder it is to see things from a wider perspective. Only that is our challenge. This is an indicator of evolution. This is an indicator of personal growth, being able to see and perceive the possibilities of a short-term difficulty in the context of a long-term gain. Whatever it is that leads us towards love, towards inclusiveness, towards non-judgment, towards non-attachment, whatever it is that appears to lead us in that direction is worth hanging in there or contemplate that. It is nigh on impossible to get the balance fully correct all the time. So forgive yourself for staying longer in something that you later realized had run its course, whether it be a relationship, an employment, an idea, a sense of self. It could be anything. Forgive yourself. Move forward from this moment. Contemplate the past, learn from it, then let it go. Engage with the truth and the reality of this moment. And take the next step. To contemplate the current world situation. It may appear as if humanity is taking backward steps. For certain isolated parts of the whole picture, that may be true. For substantial numbers of humans who are able to see the backward steps of certain parts of the picture, this corresponds to a movement forward. Their ability to see that which is a step backwards for humanity is a step forward for them. Large numbers of humans are taking these steps now, and the hierarchy is supporting the more influential of those most closely. Is our understanding that there are beings from the hierarchy standing close to every significant and important person that is contributing in a positive way towards the forward evolution of humanity. There is a multitude of these supportive beings of light standing next to those that can make a difference. Feel the good of this. Know the truth of this. And hang in there. Stay attuned to the light. Stay attuned to those things that most represent divinity to you. And this in itself carries an element of personal hanging in. It will be personally beneficial to your evolution to hang in there for those that work on the side of human evolution, who work on the side of bringing more of divinity into the human expression. Engage with the light. Take a moment now to consciously engage with the light of the soul kingdom. There are representatives definitely here, so take a moment to engage, choose, accept, receive. That which is your portion of the support from the hierarchy in this time. Accept and receive that portion which is designated to you from the hierarchy so that you may hang in there more strongly for longer. And hearken to our quote which comes from Jesus. No one who ever knocked aright has failed to find an open door. This is the energy of the higher Christ consciousness playing through Jesus, the representative of Christ on the earth. And we are able to rehear the truth and the good behind those words in this moment. Know that as we use those words, it carries a degree, a measure of the Christ energy that first played through Jesus as Jesus spoke those words. No one who ever knocked aright has failed to find an open door. This is about faith. Feel your faith. Know the value of your faith. Have faith in the hierarchy. Have faith in humanity. Have faith in you, so that you may express the light more completely. So that you may be a part of the solution for the difficulties on the earth at this time. Do this from a place of love for the hierarchy, love for humanity, love for yourself, love for the other kingdoms that will benefit. Know these words to be either an excellent measure or reflection of the truth of our existence, or know them to be close thereto. And hanging there. We thank those beings of the light that support our meditations, and particularly this one. Your presence was felt, it was known, and we are grateful. Hang in there, Father, Mother, God, Creator of all things. Thank you for this message and the support that it comes with, the energies behind the message. We will do our best. We honour the divine in all. Thank you.